Love the Eagles as much as we do? Then hit that subscribe button and stick with us at Eagles Nest News for all the drama, updates, and hype all season long. The NFL world is buzzing with whispers, speculation, and outright disbelief tonight as news emerges that the Philadelphia Eagles, one of the league's most storied franchises, are reportedly preparing to part ways with tight end Dallas Goedert. For months, insiders have hinted at behind-the-scenes tension, murmurs of contract disputes, and questions surrounding the direction of the team's offensive strategy, but few could have predicted this development, which feels nothing short of seismic. Fans across the nation are scrolling social media feeds in shock, sharing GIFs, memes, and heartfelt messages, expressing both confusion and sadness at the apparent loss of a player who has been central to the Eagles' offense. The narrative emerging is not just about a player leaving a team. It's about the culture of modern NFL management, the pressures of salary caps, and the strategic chess games that franchises play quietly behind closed doors. If this rumor holds any weight, it represents more than a roster change. It could signal a turning point in how the Eagles build around their stars, how Goedert navigates the next chapter of his career, and how fans process the fragile loyalty that exists in professional football. Sources close to the locker room are hinting at heated discussions, subtle disagreements over targets and roles, and perhaps an underlying philosophical clash between coaching staff and player ambitions, all of which adds layers to the unfolding drama that has captivated the league. Adding to the intrigue is the timing of these discussions, as the NFL calendar often plays a subtle yet influential role in player decisions and team strategies. Analysts speculate that the Eagles might be weighing long-term financial flexibility against immediate offensive production, while others suggest that Goedert himself has been signaling a desire for a fresh challenge, a new market, or a team where his role as a premier tight end is more clearly defined. Social media has erupted with debates, ranging from those who believe the Eagles are making a bold, forward-thinking business move to those who argue that losing a player of Goedert's caliber could destabilize team morale. Rumors swirl about potential suitors, with a handful of franchises quietly emerging as possible destinations, each with their own set of tactical considerations, offensive schemes, and cap space maneuverability. Meanwhile, sports commentators are dissecting tape, comparing his production, red zone efficiency, and blocking versatility to other tight ends across the league, trying to forecast the ripple effects of his departure. Amid the frenzy, fans are caught in a tug-of-war between hope and heartbreak, imagining both the scenarios where Goedert thrives elsewhere and the scenarios where the Eagles must scramble to fill the void he leaves behind. Insiders are also hinting at subtle signals from the locker room, teammates expressing quiet admiration and a sense of loss that runs deeper than statistics or draft picks. Goedert's presence has been more than measurable yards or touchdowns. It's about leadership, professionalism, and an unspoken ability to elevate those around him. Conversations at local sports bars, online forums, and podcasts are filled with hypotheticals, from how offensive coordinators will adjust schemes to accommodate his absence, to which emerging talents might step into the limelight. The drama is compounded by the opaque nature of NFL negotiations, where whispers are often the only clues fans have, and speculation runs rampant as journalists, bloggers, and commentators attempt to read between the lines of cryptic press releases and offhand comments in interviews. Even casual observers are drawn into the narrative, discussing not only football strategy, but also the emotional resonance of losing a player who has become a fan favorite, a figure whose jersey sales, highlight reels, and iconic moments on the field have been celebrated and cherished. The rumor mill spins fast, feeding the frenzy as every tweet and retweet becomes a possible piece of the puzzle, leaving everyone asking the same questions. Where will he go? Why now? And what does this mean for the Eagles' future? Adding fuel to the speculative fire are murmurs about potential contract intricacies, subtle disagreements over guaranteed money, and incentives that may have been perceived as limiting by one side or the other. NFL insiders suggest that the negotiation room has been tense for months, with both parties seemingly close yet distant in their objectives, leading to the type of stalemate that often results in headline-grabbing departures. Meanwhile, fans are dissecting old game footage, debating the value of tight ends in the modern NFL and comparing Goedert's stats to others in the league, trying to understand what exactly is at stake for the Eagles, and whether the timing of this rumored exit could coincide with broader strategic moves designed to reshape the team in ways fans may not yet grasp. Social media commentary ranges from heartbreak to pragmatism, with some acknowledging the business realities of the sport, while others accuse management of undervaluing loyalty and on-field excellence. The rumor itself has a life of its own, becoming a narrative thread that weaves through sports talk shows, Twitter threads, and YouTube comment sections, each layer adding new conjecture, new insider info, and new waves of anticipation. The emotional weight of the speculation is palpable, as fans cling to hope that this is merely the beginning of a negotiation saga rather than a confirmed separation. Beyond the contractual and tactical elements, the story also resonates because of the human element, the personal and professional crossroads where players like Goedert often find themselves. Balancing legacy, opportunity, financial security, and the desire to compete at the highest level creates complex decisions that ripple far beyond the locker room. Rumors suggest that Goedert may be evaluating offers not only based on money or market size, but also on offensive philosophy, team culture, and long-term prospect for championships, all of which are critical in determining where he lands next. Analysts speculate that teams known for innovative schemes or championship contention could be particularly attractive, adding layers to the rumor as fans try to map out every possible scenario, from blockbuster trades to surprise free agent signings. The chatter surrounding the Eagles' locker room hints at subtle tension and unspoken acknowledgments, as teammates brace for the possibility of seeing a friend, colleague, and leader pursue new challenges elsewhere, a dynamic that resonates with anyone who has experienced sudden professional transitions. This combination of strategy, emotion, and speculation has created an environment where every tweet, every leak, and every offhand comment is scrutinized, magnified, and dissected by a public eager for answers and hungry for the latest updates. Finally, the narrative continues to build momentum because of the unique position Dallas Goedert holds in the league. A player respected for consistency, versatility, and leadership, whose rumored departure is emblematic of the high-stakes nature of modern football. Fans are imagining scenarios where his impact is felt immediately, imagining how offenses might need to restructure and how other tight ends across the league are being measured against him. The rumor itself has transformed into a cultural conversation, extending beyond the confines of sports networks into mainstream discourse, reflecting on loyalty, ambition, and the sometimes harsh realities of professional athletics. Every sports analyst seems to have an opinion, every fan has a theory, and the NFL rumor mill churns on, highlighting how one player's possible move can dominate headlines, podcasts, and social media conversations, while shaping perceptions of team strategies, player value, and the evolving narrative of the league itself. In short, the story of Goedert and the Eagles has become a living, breathing drama, a rumor that refuses to settle quietly, and a saga that will be dissected endlessly until the next chapter finally unfolds. The chatter doesn't stop here, because the ripple effects of this potential move are vast and complicated, stretching across the league in ways that only insiders can begin to trace. Rumors hint that Goedert's agent has been in quiet but persistent discussions with several teams rumored to be in contention, each weighing not only their offensive needs, but also the fit of personality, market pressures, and public perception. NFL front offices are reportedly monitoring social media sentiment closely, aware that fan reactions can shape ticket sales, merchandise, and even broadcast narratives. Meanwhile, casual viewers are joining in on the speculation, contributing to an echo chamber where every rumor is amplified, dissected, and sometimes distorted, yet all feeding into the growing sense of inevitability that this move, should it occur, will be historic in its own right. Conversations online are rich with analysis of tight end usage, offensive schemes, and the subtleties of how Goedert's style might synergize or clash with different quarterbacks and coaching philosophies. Each layer of speculation generates new what-ifs, from blockbuster trade packages to surprise draft considerations, leaving fans simultaneously excited and anxious about the near future. The rumor is alive, evolving, and impossible to ignore, as it dominates the discourse and continues to provoke debate among analysts, insiders, and supporters alike. Discussions have also turned toward the emotional impact within the Eagles' locker room, with sources suggesting a palpable tension as players grapple with the idea of losing a teammate who has been both a mentor and a key contributor. Rumors point to private conversations, subtle farewells, and quiet acknowledgments of his importance, highlighting the human side of a professional landscape often dominated by contracts and statistics. Fans are connecting emotionally, reliving memorable plays, touchdowns, and clutch performances that have defined Goedert's time in Philadelphia, projecting their sense of loss onto a narrative that extends beyond numbers into the realm of shared experience. Podcasts and YouTube channels are dissecting the story minute by minute, often speculating on potential timing, reasoning, and destinations, while also weighing how his rumored departure could influence draft strategy, salary cap decisions, and coaching approaches. The intensity of the speculation reflects the intricate tapestry of modern NFL storytelling, where a single player's move can touch every facet of team management, fan perception, and league-wide strategy. Adding further intrigue, insiders are quietly noting that the timing of these discussions may be strategic, reflecting broader plans the Eagles might have in reshaping their roster or positioning themselves for long-term success. Some speculate that the team could be leveraging the situation to free cap space, create flexibility for emerging talent, or signal a new direction in offensive philosophy. Meanwhile, potential suitors are reportedly engaged in preliminary discussions, assessing not only how Goedert would fit their schemes, but also the broader marketing and fan engagement implications of signing a player of his stature. Fans are buzzing with potential trade rumors, free agent speculation, and hypothetical team alignments, often overlaying their emotional attachment to the player with cold calculations about value and fit. This swirling mix of emotion, strategy, and rumor creates a narrative that feels larger than life, a drama that is played out in public forums and media coverage while remaining rooted in the high-stakes realities of professional football. Every report, every whisper, and every analysis becomes a building block in a story that refuses to settle, inviting endless debate and discussion. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The conversation also touches on the strategic implications for quarterbacks who have relied on Goedert as a reliable target, analyzing how his absence could force adjustments in play calling, route designs, and offensive pacing. Rumors suggest that team insiders are already projecting contingency plans, testing rookie players in practice scenarios, and modeling how their passing game might evolve without one of its key components. Fans are weighing in passionately, predicting both positive and negative outcomes, and creating a sense of anticipation that amplifies the drama surrounding the situation. The story has transcended a simple roster change, becoming a larger reflection on player value, team identity, and the emotional bond between athletes and fans. Analysts debate whether this move would be purely financial, tactical, or philosophical, considering every nuance, from contract clauses to potential trade leverage, while the rumor continues to fuel speculation at every level of sport. The media coverage continues to escalate, with sports networks, online publications, and podcasts all amplifying the uncertainty surrounding Goedert's future. Every interview snippet, social media post, and offhand comment is scrutinized for hidden meaning, feeding into a growing narrative that blends fact, speculation, and emotion in equal measure. Rumors about contract negotiations, potential trade partners, and timing of announcements are dissected repeatedly, with analysts weighing historical precedents and comparing similar scenarios across the league. Fans are equally invested, blending their emotional attachment with tactical reasoning, debating whether this rumored departure could redefine the Eagles' identity or alter the league's balance of power. In the midst of all this, the story grows beyond a single-player situation, reflecting the intricate, sometimes ruthless, yet always captivating world of professional football, where every rumor, every whisper, and every possibility is magnified to become part of an ongoing saga that will dominate headlines and conversations until the final resolution unfolds. Finally, the speculation surrounding Dallas Goedert and the Eagles illustrates a unique intersection of human emotion, tactical maneuvering, and league-wide intrigue that few rumors manage to capture so completely. Fans, analysts, and insiders alike are engaged in a living narrative, where every potential scenario has weight, every whisper carries possibility, and every moment of uncertainty magnifies anticipation. The story transcends numbers, stats, and contracts, becoming a cultural phenomenon that demonstrates the power of sports to inspire debate, emotion, and storytelling on a massive scale. Rumor, speculation, and anticipation have fused to create a saga that reflects not only the world of the NFL, but also the passionate communities that follow it, reminding everyone why a single player's potential move can ripple across the league, the media, and the hearts of fans everywhere. It is a story that continues to evolve, one rumor at a time, keeping everyone on edge, guessing, and completely captivated by what comes next. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.